It was probably like, cause I was trading with Hugo's Way. That was the broker I was using at that time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can say what y'all want. Hugo's Way made me my first flip. I don't know what y'all experience is like. Hugo's Way made me my first flip, you know what I'm saying? I put that 450 in, man. I forget what I traded. I think I was on a Dow at that time. By that point, I was fucking with US 30, the dirty 30. And I never forget, I was at work. Yes, I know, I wouldn't do this today. I'm at work, mind you, I'm working graveyard shifts, 12 to 8 in the morning. I'm catching London session. For the entire week, I was at work and I was up catching hella pips, scalping the 15-minute time frame, chasing the highs and the lows of that day, or whatever the case may be. And just scalping it up and down, up and down, up and down, going crazy. By the time the week was done, by the end of the week, my account was sitting at $2,100. And I never forget it. It felt so, cause I also get off work at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now mind you, how I'm telling you I was up at London session catching it, I didn't know none of these fucking terms. I didn't know what I was doing at all. I had no real clue. I knew buy or sell, and I knew price was stopping here and price was coming here and it was bouncing. And I was just literally going off of that. That's all I was doing. When it got here, I was selling. When it got down here, I was buying. I had the little RSI, you know what I'm saying, from little other strategies I watched on YouTube and shit. I had no idea why I was sitting there and I'd be like, man, like, I wish this shit would hurry up. And then out of nowhere, the market just go boom and it start hitting these crazy moves. Like, yeah, I know now, that was London session, dickhead. Oh, when you got up in the morning and you saying why the markets is so dead, and then out of nowhere, boom, the market start hitting, this volatility just start creeping. That's New York session, dickhead, you know what I'm saying? Cause I get off at 8 o'clock, so I catch New York session, London session, during my graveyard shift. I get off at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was like addicted to this shit, cause I was like, this was that week, and I was like just hitting this shit like, and I was cutting my losses short. I don't know where I got that mentality from, but I was cutting them short. I was not into letting that shit bleed my account. Like I was, that one didn't work, cut it out. I already kind of had that embedded in me mentally. So that wasn't really a hard hump to get over. It comes back here and there even today. But at that time when I'm first starting, bro, that shit was hitting. And I was getting off work. As soon as I get off work, that same volatility that I loved, that I didn't know about during the London session, I knew I didn't want to miss it, because for some odd reason I knew it happened again around the time I got off. You know what I'm saying? So I was like missing sleep, like bruh. And then by that time, you know, I'm a live wire. Like I like getting up and doing shit. Like I was in California, like I want to move around, so I wasn't even really getting no sleep, bro. And I was just so excited and so like filled with like adrenaline and shit, like just from this rush. You know that rush when you making money in the markets and you just, yeah, like you even still get it today, even when you start become more experienced. But like that first hit, you know what I'm saying? When you first start doing it, man, that shit was a rush. So, you know, that last day I did that shit back to back to back to back to back ridiculously for that entire week. And by the end of that week, my account went from $450 to $2,100. And I never forget sitting there staring at it and felt, I don't know, I just felt really good about it. But then over time, my other side of my mentality started kicking in, because I'm like, I know it was real money that I physically put into this, but I didn't make no withdrawals at this point. I didn't make no withdrawals. I was giving my money to the broker and broker was taking my money. Like, there was no withdrawals. So this was the first time I was gonna go through the withdrawal process. So, and I always felt like dealing with digital shit, like, you know, I just always had this mentality going through shit. I'm like, bruh, I don't know if this shit gonna work. Like, I'm gonna be all hype about these numbers on this screen and some bullshit's gonna happen. I'm not gonna get this fucking money. Watch. And I knew it. And I literally said it to myself. I'm like, if I don't get this money out, somehow you already knew it was a scam anyway. And fuck it, on to the next of trying to find, you know what I'm saying, something else of passive income, something that fits the way you want to make money in the world. So I was literally prepared mentally to just be like, anything go left, if I don't get the money, it's gonna hurt me, it's gonna bother me, but it was fun. Fuck it, on to the next. So I was I had to go to work. I went to work, and my account's at $2,100. I'm telling, like, I told maybe one or two of my coworkers, cause one of my coworkers that was with me every night, he was watching me do this shit. Like, he was seeing it. I'm showing him, like, nigga, I just made $300. Nigga, I just made $400. And he was like, what the fuck, nigga? I'm like, yeah, how much we get paid in a week? You know what I'm saying? How much we get paid every 2 weeks? And I'm sitting here with this shit right here, and like, he watching me do this. She's like, bro, what the fuck? But you know, he didn't really understand it at the time, but he knew it was something there, like, and I told him, I'm like, bro, like, look at my account, da 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 da. And they like, shit, that's what's up, bro. Like, that's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So it was crazy to me too, but I'm like, it's just numbers on the screen at this point. So I'm at work. This is when I decide to put in the withdrawal request. I'm at work, clock in 12, you know what I'm saying? I'm right on the computer, go to Hugo's Way. I went to withdraw $1,100. I didn't want to withdraw the whole thing because I'm like, if it's real, I want to get back in here and go crazy again. Like, if this shit really is real, like, I can't believe this shit. If it's really real, I'm only gonna withdraw $1,100, and I'm gonna leave the other right in there because I'm gonna go right back in here. And that was off of $450, and now I got an extra like grand just sitting in that month. I'm finna go stupid if this shit is real. You know what I'm saying? So I put in a withdrawal request. You know, I was on YouTube, like, right before I had to clock back into work. I was on YouTube all day, like, trying to see what the withdrawal process was like with this broker. So I didn't, you know, trying to avoid my kinks and my hiccups, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just crazy talking about it because I remember this shit like yesterday. I'll never forget this. Almost like first time having sex. Like, you'll never forget your first withdrawal, you know what I'm saying? Your first realization of like, damn, this shit is legit. So I put in a withdrawal request, and I remember being like a crackhead. I kept coming back to it because I still gotta go to work. I gotta go out of the office and go secure shit, you know what I'm saying? But every like 15, 20 minutes, I'm right back to the office. Did it process, approved or not, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't going through. So I'm like, I don't know, man, maybe it's gonna take just a minute. I was trying to be patient, and in my mind, I'm like, I'm being real patient. I'm taking all this time, and then we look at the time, like, nigga, you not being patient at all. Like, give this shit some time. So I remember it got to a point where it was like declined or something. It was like rejected or some shit. And it was like, reach out to X, Y, and Z. So I'm like, you know, immediately, I was right in the office. Yo, what's going on? Da 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 da. They're like, we need you to send a verification picture. Send a picture with your face, write on a piece of paper I think it was like the date, today's date, and your name or some shit on a piece of paper with like marker or something, like literally just a piece of paper and marker with your ID on the piece of paper and your face right next to it, right? So I went in the bathroom, I did everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, any lick a chance this shit real. I'm gonna make sure I go through all this shit and find out if it's real or not. So went in there, I'm in the bathroom and shit, I'm like, taking pictures, you know what I'm saying? Sent them the picture, and everything went through. And by the time I got off work, probably like an hour or two before I got off work, this shit was in my fucking bank account. It was in my Coinbase. And then I transferred it to my bank account, and that shit was in my account, bro. But it don't stop there, right? It does not stop there, bro. So we get off work. So I asked my coworker, I'm like, yo, I just put in this withdrawal. Like, I want you to come with me, like, take me to the bank real quick. Cause he used to drop me off and shit before he went to the crib anyway. So I was like, the bank right here, literally where he drops me off, the bank is right here. So I'm like, yo, just come with me real quick cause I want to show him. But then, so I go to the ATM. I got this nigga in the parking lot waiting for me so I can show, you know, I'm trying to give him some motivation, like, bro, we don't have to be doing this and that shit. Like, if we just get into this, bro, we can do something else. But I know most of the people I'm around, they gotta be like me to a certain degree. We don't believe it till we see it. We might be like, oh, that's cool and shit. But niggas don't believe that shit till you see it, or they'll believe it, but it just makes it more real. Nothing like that cash in hand. And he know what I make. and he know the hours I work, cause we're in the same financial boat. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I could do this would be a game changer, not just for me to experience this, but for him too. I got this nigga waiting in the parking lot while I'm at the ATM. I'm going to withdraw the money, bruh. It said denied, like decline, like we cannot complete this transaction. I said, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew this shit was a scam. I knew it. I felt it in my bones. I felt like this fucking heat in my chest, bro. My palms start sweating. I'm like, Justin, you told yourself you already knew you wasn't gonna trip because you already knew this shit. But so I get back to the whip and I'm like, I gotta try to play it off like, bro, something going on. And I felt like he didn't make no deal with it, but I knew he had to be in his mind like, yeah, exactly, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you did not just come up over 2 bands overnight. Like, that did not happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knew it because he knew me, but like I said, that physical, when you get to see it, it hits different. It's a different belief enhancement. So, I go to the car, I'm all like, yo, some of my bank, da-da-da-da-da. He like, all right, bet, I'll see you tomorrow. We gotta go to work tomorrow anyway. I'll see you, da-da-da-da-da. I'll holler at you. As soon as that nigga pulled off, I darted, I'm walking, I'm fucking glad, I'm pissed, like, got my headphones in, bumping my heart and shit, like, I'm mad as shit, bro. I'm mad at the motherfucker, like, I can't believe this shit. I hit the crib, I get right on the phone with my fucking bank, like, it's showing the money in my account. I just went to the ATM. They told me I can't get it out. Can you tell me why? She's like, well, give me your information, da-da-da. She pulled my shit up or whatever. She's like, okay, yeah, I see the money in the account. I'm like, shit's in my account. She like, how much were you trying to take? I was like, 1,100. She was like, oh yeah, I do see the recent transaction. There was 2 that didn't get authorized. She was like, I'm looking at your account and you have a daily maximum withdrawal limit of 500. Would you like me to increase it? I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything that I was feeling kind of just went, like, oh shit. So now we're back into the energy field of being hype and shit, like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, his back immediately switched soon as she said that. So I was like, yes, absolutely, please. She was like, all right, bet, we're gonna increase it. How long, da-da-da. At this point, everything mush. I don't even care what she talking about, just do it. So she like, all right, I just did it, put it on there. It should be about less than 20 minutes. You should be able to, no, I think she said like an hour or something, but my black ass went in 20 fucking minutes. I'm not waiting no hour. I wait out there. If I knew I'm 20 minutes early or 45 minutes earlier from what she told me, I was gonna sit out there and try it every 10, 15 minutes. Cause I was not playing, bro. This was a moment for me, bro. I'm working this nut ass security job, bro. This is a moment for me. I'm not letting this shit go. And I'm tired of this shit. I've been doing this all week. So she like, yeah, it should be good. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I leave the crib again. I walk back to the bank, cause it's like right around the corner for like I told you, he dropped me off near my spot anyway. The bank is literally right there. So I walk back over there. I go to the ATM, put my card in. Now we're back to, it's these emotions, bro. It's like back and forth. My palms are sweating again. I'm feeling some type of way because I'm like, bro. And I went to withdraw it. And it give you that moment where it's like, it's reading your shit. And then all you wait to hear is that little click where like the slot opens. Because if you don't hear that click or something, then you automatically know to look at the screen and see that the transaction didn't go through. So I'm just kind of like, I don't even want to look. I'm just like using my ear to see if I hear this click or not. So let's just start that little processing shit. And I heard that click. I looked at the screen. We're dispensing your cash now. And I looked down and that shit was, cause I put denominations in of like 20s and 10s and shit, cause I didn't want all hundreds. It seemed like weird every time I use 100 anyway, so I just got little small bills and it was just coming out, and I'm just sitting there. And I remember pulling that shit out and I held it in my hands and I'm just like, oh my fucking goodness. And let's be clear, I have had this money before. the reason it impacts me this way is because I did it on my own. I was on my phone. I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough, bro. Of course I made $1,000 before. Of course I made 2,000 before. But I never actually got to really hold it all at once. And this was not my job. This was not my fucking boss. This was not my manager. This was not my supervisor. This was not overtime. That 1,100 I held in my hands, bro, was the best. It was like the first actual feeling of freedom in my entire life, bro. My entire life, it was the very first experience of I felt like I've never actually felt this before. And man, it was so crazy. It was so crazy. I walked back to the crib. My man's there. I go to my man's spot because we're living together, and his girl was there too. I told Strike because I told him, I'm like, I think he was in the bathroom or something like that. You need to get out here right now. Cause I already been telling him about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Prior, like I said, we lived together, so I've already been telling him about this shit. Came out the bathroom, I'm like, look at that. I'm trying to give him the experience because, I was trying to do it with my coworker, but at least I could tell it with him. And I laid that shit on the counter. And we shared that moment. He like dapped me up. We was like, it was a moment because he got the experience. I'm like, nigga, look, you know how much I make? And I'm like, you know where I work, bro. Like, he know too, it's my brother. I'm like, look at my account. Look at the withdrawal. Look how much is here. I said, bro, this is from this. This is from this, bro. And we was geeked, bro. We was geeked. I grabbed like so much bud. I grabbed all this fucking weed, bro. Oh my goodness, it was a moment. I went to the mall that I secured, right? And I'm literally shopping, bro. I'm shopping at these stores I secured. I bought myself like 2 pairs of shoes, bro. Some clothes. It was so, bro, I felt on top of the world, bro. Bought me some new shit for my room, like a TV or some shit for like some bigger TV for my game system, bro. It was like, and I could never, you know how much I would have to do. And, oh, excuse me, before any of that, I paid my rent. That's the first thing I did. What the fuck, how did I even forget to tell you that? That is what I did. That was my first Forex purchase. 2, this is my first withdrawal, but that was my first Forex purchase as well. Man, oh man, that was my first Forex purchase. Rent. I paid my fucking rent with that shit, bro. My rent. It wasn't much, but it was enough for me to realize, like, this wasn't work. Like, I just got to pay a month in advance of rent with this Forex shit. You know what I'm saying? It just all hit so different, bro. It just all hit so different. And, from there, everything continued, bro. Like, everything just, like, it was crazy. So, video's probably hella fucking long. My camera cut off and shit. You know what I'm saying? I got my computer asleep and all of that. Like, this was longer than I expected. This video was supposed to be like a quick bada boom, bada bang. I was supposed to kind of stick to criteria shit I wanted to talk about, but I'm gonna wrap this one up, and we'll continue the other things I wanted to talk about in another video. Because I just felt like I definitely had to share just my first withdrawal, my first you know what I mean? Before I get into anything about where I'm at now, because that's what I can't really get on here, start talking about where I'm at now as if you guys know where I was coming from. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that was my first withdrawal process. That was my first flip on during this Forex shit. That was my first experience. Rent was my first purchase, you know what I'm saying, in this Forex shit, and it changed me forever. Like, mentally, emotionally, physically, everything, bro. It just changed me. It changed. So I say all that to say, man, whatever y'all doing, keep fucking doing it. This shit is real. I guess this video would be mainly for some people that are still cautious and a little, unsure or at unease or uncomfortable with really making a decision, very hesitant about the decision of joining Forex or not. It's hard, but man, the rewards, remember, pretty sure you've made 1,000 before. You made 1,000 before, right? Yeah, right? You made 1,000 before. It's not about that. That 1,000 and this 1,000 is different. When you make your first grand in Forex, that 1,000 is not gonna be the same thousands you've been making over the course of years of working for other motherfuckers, putting in all these fucking hours, busting your ass, tired as fuck, and you still can't even really do shit. You dig what I'm saying? So that video, man, I just wanted to keep y'all motivated, man. Keep going, keep studying, bro. Put in the time, put in the hard work. It's hard, it could be stressful, but just learn to love it. Learn to have fun with it, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, for anybody that's just uncertain about this shit, I'm here to tell you, I was a living example. I was skeptical and played the skeptical game for 6 to 8 months and just studied and researched. Maybe even after this video, maybe this video might be on your journey of just doing research. I'm here to tell you right now, stop what you're doing and start. Cause it's legit, it's real. I did it, you can do it too. So, peace, love y'all.